It's my new socks. And then it says on the bottom, you like my new socks? You see them?
Oh, yeah. The texture is really soft. Very soft.
See? They're donkeys.
Donkey.
And then they say lazy ass on the bottom.
Lazy.
And then these, I got these two.
Oh, those are cute.
So
too.
little cups of coffee and little beans.
Cups and coffee.
Although I'm going in a no caffeine phase, I can already feel it. And then on the bottom it says coffee first.
Coffee first.
Yeah. I don't know. Alright, now I've calmed down, I can
It's fresh.
go on about my stuff. Hold on a second. Here. Here. Sorry I yelled at you. Just long expense. Hi, welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hayoke empath. I just like having these little talks on how I feel about things. Welcome to WW3, the war based in spirituality. What are you going to do with your soul sack that's being driven by your spirit, your soul? What are you doing with it? Are you going around just here, hither, dither, and yon, just all over the place, living that best life? Watching people fall down the cracks of society? They're making it so hard for people to live in America. This country is disgusting. I'm sorry for my service. It can go ahead and collapse all the way, and we'll just go ahead and rebuild something different. And we don't need no plastic orange dudes. They're gonna frickin' come up and be like, my way or the highway or whatever. I don't know. I got a problem with authority about men that can't see their feet. You know? Because there's a lot of good men out there. They can see their feet. See, if you don't put the effort into yourself, why am I going to think that you're going to do anything to benefit me? You're not. It's always going to be about you, so much that your stomach grows and it grows. And then when you look down, men, you can't see your feet. And then you have to look in a mirror to see your man. You're a man. Look, there it is in the mirror. It's underneath. All that keeps you from seeing your feet because you were so abundant that it just grew. That abundance grew. Oh, I gotta soothe this and make myself feel better about this instead of just doing respectable things, see. That's all people gotta do. Living consciously is what we're doing on planet Earth now, right? Because people have that little voice, little angel on their shoulder, and the little devil. Too many people have been listening to that devil on the shoulder. Because all the devil will have you do is live that best life, and everybody else should have made better decisions. It's not how energy works. Forget religion, forget freaking Catholics and Mormon, all that stuff, all that. Read our book, go our way. If you don't go our way, then you're going the devil way. It's nothing to do with that, all that, no. It's just good orderly direction. You see somebody fall down, you help pick them up. We grew up in it's like sub-poverty level. So I know what it feels like for all these people to be struggling right now. Because, Mom, we lived on $55 a month. I have a letter from my doctor, because I had low blood sugar, asking the state, can she have an extra 10? Can she have an extra $10 so she can buy her daughter some fruits and vegetables that cost a little more? See, America isn't about people prospering. America is about a few people prospering, not everybody. And they are prospering so much, they are putting the fact that they can do whatever they want right in people's faces. You can't throw garbage on the interstate because you get a ticket for littering. But some rich bitch from South Africa can come over and litter the oceans with his blown up rocket ships and shit. And his freaking automatic cars that are crashing into things because the programmers just wasn't as good at programming as they said they were. See, the thing about planet Earth is people that inhabit, whatever inhabits planet Earth, you create the experience. And usually people that create experiences that make themselves all cushy, comfortable, you know, blocking out all the stimulus, they're not living consciously. See, I look at living consciousness. The way I look at consciousness, Mom and I were just talking about this a little while ago. I said, Mom, wouldn't consciousness be just living deliberately? Like being congruent with your thoughts and your actions? Wouldn't that be just as simple as that, as living consciousness? No. People have to live, and I did it for a number of years. That's how I know about it. See, I was heavily integrated into 3D Earth. But once you start stripping away things that no longer serve you, alcohol, drugs, shitty food all the time, once you start doing stuff to show the creator that you are wanting to earn your place on whatever we are on, that you're going to put the effort into you, creator recognizes that, and it says, okay, what can I do to show, what can I do to help you back? You know, because you've been diligent, you don't sleep around, you know, there's a few simple rules that we ask you not to do, and you don't do any of those, Marge. Sometimes you yell at people and you quip at people. That's all you do. You don't get violent. People try to get violent with you all the time, and you're a peacekeeper, Marge. Way to go, Marge. Probably all that early childhood programming, because I grew up watching movies like Oh God, George Burns, Oh God. You know, when I was with Mom, we'd watch these like wholesome movies. When I was with my dad, I got the other side. I got the shadow side. See? When I was with Dad, I was 6 years old watching, you know, Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. I think that ain't age appropriate, and I was hypersexualized because when things happen to you when you're a baby, your mind fast forwards, even though your body's in a it does weird shit to you. It turns things on early and stuff like that. You are already in trouble, so I thank you not to peep. So, living consciously, I guess a lot of people don't have that inner dialogue. People that don't have that inner dialogue, they are, to me, they're heavily immersed in 3Dville. So, you're an NPC in 3Dville. So enjoy. And then, once you start stop doing all that superficial earthly shit and you start figuring, oh my God, I got a spirit and I got a soul and energy never dies. And if I do a bunch of crap, that's going to come back to me. And I found that out because in this life, I'm paying for karma that I done in different timelines. Yeah. Yeah, because that's how time works. It happens all at the same time. Past lives, future lives, it's all happening based in frequency. And right now there's planetary alignments that haven't happened in 180 years. That doesn't mean that your DNA and your soul does not have recall from the experience of 180 years ago. And then it's like, how did I act then? How am I acting now? Did I learn my lessons, or am I still doing the same shit? Understand something. Half of my DNA are the Freemasons. My father came from the Freemasons. Blah. That fucking Lent Dick Club never did me no favor, right? Mom, she's the Native American. She's the Spanish. So it's like my DNA is constantly clashing from dominance, control, dictatorship, and why can't everybody be free? The thing of it is, I got more Mom's DNA in me than my dad, so I am more for the why can't everybody? So take a look at your DNA. See if you know what your family line is, your history, that helps. See, my dad, the men in the family, all history of freaking advantage. Always has a good state job. My brother, that's the only job he's ever had after he quit being a teacher because some 10-year-olds were passing notes about needing to have a hookup at 10 years old. My brother said, oh no, I can't live in a world where 10-year-olds are hooking up. So he put himself in a bubble like so many other people did. And instead of learning how to meditate, process, and do all the things to, whatever life throws at you, that's okay, I'm going to keep my center, no matter what happened. No, people put themselves and hide themselves and lock themselves up so nothing ever disturbs them. And now the earth is coming into the age, I'm an age ranger, I know a lot about age, coming to a place where you gotta make up for all, you gotta rectify, you gotta make an amends. It's really great that people like Charlie Sheen, that guy's a big old black. Rest in peace, Corey. Because that's just what guys do, right? That's just what guys do. That's just what assholes do. That's just what people that don't care about other people do. And I know because I was 10 months old when it happened to me. My hip still pops. You think somebody's going to come up and freaking try that shit on me? You think anybody's going to come up and take us? Feel free to try it. Because people, they don't listen to that voice that says, don't cause harm. They say, if they hear it, they say, I'm going to override it and I'm going to be violent. I'm a peaceful being. I'm going to be 51 years old in 10 days and I have yet to put my hands on somebody out of anger first. And I had a perfect opportunity to cause harm to somebody after they put hands on me. But see, at some point, you gotta grow up. And you gotta come to the point that violence is not the fucking answer ever. And I'm sorry that your life has turned out the way it is. You can't take that out on other people. Just like I have never been able to take out all the pain and anger and the sorrow and the suffering I had on other people. I don't get to. Because vengeance is not mine. So I just get to turn the other cheek. And then pray for my enemies. That's my choice. I can't live in anger. People die from anger. Think about it, man. People get mad. Ooh, I'm so mad. My wife doesn't love me. She's not attracted to me. Or husband. It doesn't matter. It's not gender specific. It's everybody is having an experience that they have an idea of how they want their life to be. And it's not congruent to how it was. And that is a great imbalance. And there's plenty for everybody. There's so much for everybody. So the fact that so many people are freaking living on the streets and living in their cars and more places are like, no, you can't be here. No, dude, it's just that scene on Toys. I wonder if they even have a video about that. The movie, The War Room Grows. Here it is.
You found it.
Yeah. General Zevo's plans. What is happening here? He's walking through with his sister, and then here, let me fast through it. Oh, this is just clips. Toys is one of my favorite movies. I don't even look at the planet like everybody else do. I think the planet's a big radio, and people live on the planet and have their life experiences on their planet based on the frequency of what drives them in their heart. So it doesn't really matter what the planet. Here it is. Innovative vomit. This is the scene. So they're in the toy room, and then they're in this room, and then if you look in the background, you notice that the black spark, like it's a puzzle. Parts of the wall start popping out. And this is what America is doing to its own people right now. It's making it so hard for people to live in America, you know? Like, because not everybody wants to be a fucking billionaire. Not everyone. People, you know, mom and I, we lived okay for less than $2,000 a month. That's $24,000 a year, you know? I mean, there's a lot of people that live within their means. You know, it's just rich people don't live within their means. So they, in their mind, poor people don't deserve to have everything that they have. Is this room getting smaller or am I bloated? See? And then it gets to the point where they're fully encased, because what happens is his uncle is taking more room to make war games machines. He takes people. This is back in '92. Okay, go watch the movie Toys with Robin Williams. And then he recruits all these kids to play video games, but in real life they're controlling drones in the Middle East. And then that's what the room ends up with. So this is America right now. This is America. It's shitting on its own people. I live in New Mexico. Marijuana is $1 million industry. Oil is $1 billion. It's their billion. I said million. They're $1 billion. Oil. That's billions of dollars. There's only 2 million people in this whole state. We should be giving dividends checks like the people in Alaska. Every state should be getting people don't have to work. They shouldn't have to. If we're spending trillions over to kill people for some narrative that most Americans don't give a shit about, because most Americans don't give a shit about it, and you can say whatever you want, but I was there. I was on Crete in 2003. We're the asshole, America. And now America is turning into a third world country because there's too many men that are like, just do what I say, not as I do. And I am the superpower and I am in charge. And if you don't believe that I am the dominator and the controller, then I will rain hell on you. Sorry you can't see your feet. Sorry that's as good as people can do, is just destroy shit all the time because they don't got no good ideas. And the dude that's the fucking president, you know, he's all fucking, ooh, immigrants, blah. His wife is naturalized. His mom was naturalized. You know what that means? That means it's, oh, you know the right people. We'll just come right to the front of the line. You don't got to do all of the stupid broken system that doesn't work anyway. Just cut to the front of the line. So now America's turning into a third world country because of all the shit that we did that had nothing to do with us, but boom, diddy, boom, diddy, boom. And you know what else is America's karma? Is that the military in America is not ready. The military is not fit, literally. It's not fit mentally. It's not fit physically. So who's going to be protecting America? Who's going to do it? Is it the police? Have you seen police lately? Have you seen firemen lately? See, it would behoove them to implement fitness standards, because it's important to take care of your physical soul sack. Because when you take care of your body, then you don't have the ailments. You're not as slow, it doesn't put stress on your joints and your heart and all of these things. But it seems like America's just let itself go entirely. We're supposed to be in the spring now, right? It's supposed to be spring weather. People are, are people getting back to that summer bathing suit body? Is that what's happening? Not New Mexico. We're given everything we need to prosper in life, to be healthy, to thrive. And what do people do? They